Welcome back to another YouTube video about the Disney's Mickey and Friends Droppp exclusive coming from Funko, the Funko NFTs, the Funko Pops you want. My name is Sully, and I'm going to walk you through what are commons, uncommons, rares, epics, legendaries, grails, what's the coin do, and all that good stuff. Now, let's get going. So in previous videos, we talked a bit about an overview of the Droppp. I told you how to get a Droppp wallet. I told you how to get USDC into your wallet. You've decided probably at this point that you're going to go in and get some packs today. You're going to open those packs, and with any luck, you're going to pull a whole bunch of different cards, a bunch of variety of NFTs. What does each mean? What does each do? They're all important for different reasons, mostly. And why should you hold them? You know, I mean, what does a common even do, right? So we'll jump on over and take a look at the website first. Here is the official Droppp website for the Droppp that's happening, well, today. I'm recording this right before. But this will be important information for the next 4 months. Why is that? Once the packs drop, you have 4 full months to pull together any Legendaries, Grails, royalty sets, all those we'll define in just a minute, before Funko does what's called a snapshot. 120 days after drop, exactly, they will go in and do a snapshot, which is a picture, a snapshot, of everyone's wallet to see what they have in their wallet at that exact moment. It's very publicly announced what date that is, what time that is, coming soon. You got to have your stuff in place in that day, on that day, in order to get any of the physical redeemables. What are the physical redeemables? We saw packs, we talked about that before. Here are the physical redeemables. If, when opening your packs, you are lucky enough to pull a Grail NFT, then you are going to get this Minnie Mouse Funko Pop, physical, assuming you follow all the instructions that are set forth for the rest of the collection. That's the snapshot and redeeming your NFTs. It's not complicated, just a couple of steps that you got to take. Again, you got to pull one of these Grails from a pack, or, and we'll talk about this in later videos, if you wanted to, you could actually purchase the NFT or a coin for it later on down the road. But let's hope you get one out of a pack. There's only 999 of them. If you get it, don't do anything with it. Just keep it in your wallet there on Dropp's website, your .dp wallet, and hold it and wait. You'll get more instructions soon. If you are lucky enough to pull one of the 4 legendaries, which are Daisy Duck is one of them. There's 1,800 of each. You got Donald Duck is one of them. Goofy and Pete. For each one of those, there are 1,800 of them in packs. Your likelihood of pulling a legendary is much greater than of you pulling a Grail. But every pack comes with the same odds of pulling those individual items. In addition to all those, you'll find commons, uncommons, rares, and epics. Some people view those as throwaway items. They're not. They hold a value, some more than others. We're going to talk about that next, and that is because they all play into a royalty set. This is probably one of the most confusing aspects of collecting Funko, at least it was in the beginning. I think it's gotten a little bit more widely adopted. People understand it better now that it's been out for a couple of years. But the royalty set is if you collect one of every, and in this case there are 78 in this collection, I'm referring to my notes. There are 30 commons, 19 uncommons, 16 rares, and 13 epics for a total of 78 NFTs. If you collect one of every one of those 78 NFTs, you have completed a royalty set, and then on the snapshot day, which is 120 days after the Droppp originally comes out, those packs come out from Funko and Droppp, 120 days after, they'll do a snapshot, and that afternoon of that day, they will send you a royalty coin and a royalty NFT. You cannot pull a royalty NFT out of a pack. That's something that confuses people. You have to build that set to earn the card and the coin. The card will always be yours if you don't sell it. You get to keep that. The coin you will eventually turn in to get your physical pop. Why would you don't want to have to keep track of all this, right? Luckily, Droppp makes it nice and easy. As an example, I'm going to go to another collection so you can see what it looks like to collect a royalty set. I'm going to go over to this tracker. See above me up there, it looks like a little radar, a little sonar symbol. Click on that, and let's go to Back to the Future, one of my favorite collections, one of my favorite sets. And above me, you'll see an option for either catalog or redemption tracker. You want to go to redemption tracker. Right up here at the top, this is a page for all of Back to the Future. The entire NFT drop in my wallet. I'm looking at my wallet specifically. I'm logged in. You can see by looking up here, I have 7 legendaries. I got some out of packs. I bought some on the secondary market. And I have 1 royalty set already completed. We're going to work on completing a second one. If you look down right here, it says track your progress. Here is the bar showing my progress to royalty set number 2. You can collect as many as you want. I am 66.67% through royalty set number 2. How do I know which ones I have? How do I know which ones I'm missing? Pretty simple. If it's a colored in emblem or icon or photo of the NFT, I've got the 2 I need towards that second royalty set. If it's grayed out, I'm going to need another one. I got one, but I need a second one for my second royalty set. So I would need to buy this Biff Tannen common, this Freddy Funko as Doc common, this George McFly common, and this Time Machine common to complete my commons. I can actually condense this down. You see I have 22 of 26. I need those 4 I just labeled or just pointed out. I'm going to need some uncommons. I'm missing 9 of those, but I know which ones I need to get. And if you look under each one, it shows you what the price is. I could go and try to buy those on the market for around that price. Rares. I'm missing 7 of those. You'll notice rares are a little more expensive. The commons, uncommons, and rares traditionally are not going to cost you much at all. Where the money comes in, where it gets a little more expensive, is the epics. And why is that? If you look closely, we click on one of these, you'll notice that there are, does it tell me the number here? 2,500. It's actually behind me. I'll scroll up. You see that? I just highlighted it. There are 2,500 of each epic. That also happens to be the maximum number of royalty sets that can be completed, thus making the epics the rarest of the NFTs you need to complete a royalty set. You do not have to collect legendaries and grails. That was also a common misconception. You only need commons, uncommons, rares, and epics to complete a royalty set. So, on drop day for Mickey and Friends, and for that first 120 days, my note to you, my hint, I think it would be most important for you, is to collect those epics first. Get those while you can at a fair value. Don't pay a crazy amount for them. Keep an eye on them and see what they do. You have 120 days. You don't need to complete it on day 1. If you can and you can complete it cheap, great. What is cheap? Varies from project to project. We've seen epics go anywhere from $4 all the way up to, I think I paid $40 for an epic before. It depends on the supply and the demand and the popularity of the project. So, if I collect one of every one of those, eventually Funko will provide me on Snapshot Day with, again, a royalty set NFT and a royalty set coin. That coin is, think of it like putting it into a machine to get your physical item. You'll eventually have to turn that in to get the physical item from Funko. The concepts here are pretty simple, but it is probably going to take a little while for you to get the hang of it. Get in, start collecting, have fun, and of course, if you have questions, come back and ask. You can ask below of this YouTube video right now. You can come by my lives. I'm live on Twitch and YouTube 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Monday through Thursday starting at 11 a.m., Friday starting at 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you come on by and ask your questions. You can also lurk, and we might talk about it. It'd be best if you actually speak up and ask. A couple of more things before we get in, before I get out of here. I want to go back to the browser and look. In your tracker, you can also see on a project how many legendaries you have. You can see I have a couple Doc legendaries, a George legendary, a few Griff legendaries, Lorraine, and if you're really lucky, you pull the Grails. The Grails being the most rare of all of the NFTs, unless the project has some one-of-ones. That's a different subject for a different day. But in this case, the Marty was the most valuable one, and you can see if you look real close down there, going for the cheapest price is $295 on the secondary market. Some people will call the NFT projects a shill, a scam, a gamble. If you like collecting, this is just a different way to collect. If you like cracking packs of sports cards, Pokemon, etc., this is very, very similar. However, you can get physical Funko Pops delivered to you. I wish you the best of luck. Again, ask your questions if you have them. Until next time, Nerds Unite.